Hello, hello. There are the pups. Oh no, you can't be. You won't be able to see them as much if I do it like that. Hmm. Does that need to be fixed then? Does that need to be figured out? Because if we have it like that, then don't get to see the pups. Might have to move it back over here so we can see the pups. Yep, that's just gonna have to be how it is. Oh, well, it's gonna be weird because I am kind of looking more in this direction whenever I'm reading, but seeing the pups is more important than, I guess, the direction that I'm reading things, because the monitor's right there. I'm not looking at a monitor right here. I could be if I switch things around, swapped monitors for things and stuff, but I don't think that's what I want to do. No. That's not worth it. Look at your babies, though. They're nice. I'm getting cut off, though, a little bit now. Gotta figure that out. What's best? I mean, like, up there at the top is technically... I could do that. I could have it up there. I'm still looking this way. Technically, I'd have to be looking up if I was looking at like that, but that's out of the way of everything. There ain't nothing in that corner. Hello, Mr. Bones. Fancy you stopping here for one of these streams once more again? Yeah, they're there. They're there. They're caged up, so they can't leave. They want to eat. They thought they was about to eat. But no. We ain't gonna eat yet. We got one piece here we gotta eat. Obviously. But yes, after a long day, it's time once more for some of that. It's been, it's only been a week since the last one. There's not much to recap about last one. Last one was just a pretty solid, action-y one. Hopefully we're just continuing on with that. Puppy, what do you want? You want attention? What you want? She always wants that. For sure. I'm not as energetic as I was last week, but we're going to be able to get through it. I'm still excited for more One Piece. I do enjoy the One Pieces. I'm starting off with like a super good, not double spread, but it's not a spread because it looks like it's just a vertical. It's just one page. Though there were two in the link that I got. Don't know why. Don't know why that was the case for this one, but what else is there to really recap about last thing besides like Luffy punched a guy. Luffy punched a guy real good. And that was good. And we learned that Loki is very big. We learned that again. I don't know why my voice in there today, but we'll see. Also, I did some like upgrading, not upgrading, but updating of some my sound stuff, and I'm having to completely redo a lot of this. And there have been bugs with this new thing that just came out with Elgato stuff, so I think things are looking and sounding fine technically. I think I've set it up all correctly, even though it doesn't look correct on the board that I'm looking at, but hopefully it sounds fine enough. Doing what it should be doing. That probably doesn't count. But he did say that. I haven't really analyzed this. I don't really analyze these. I mean, that's just a classic pirate, though, you know? Classic pirate shenanigans of sorts. Yeah, I think that still sounds fine, probably. I'd turn it down in my ear a little bit, but I have it turned down a little bit for y'all, too. Yeah, I do. I mean, like, we know that it's coming to the end. We're at Elbaf. There's not going to be any big Grand Island adventures anymore after this. You know, we're probably going right into the final saga stuff. Probably into, like, Roadstar or Laugh Tale right after the end of all of this. I mean, like, don't forget, last week we had Luffy and Emu in the same area for the first time in the entire story. We had Emu actually acknowledging, like looking at Luffy. This is the first time that the main villain has looked at the main character ever. So that's where we're at right now in the story. Have I seen the video about? That's all I have to read. No. I mean, I saw the video of him putting the paper in and putting it at the bottom of the ocean. I guess I have a feeling that people are going to find that. I don't know if people can obtain it, but also, like, it's kind of a big deal. I bet there's some crazy enough people with crazy enough money that would go and, like, actually try and sing it down. I wouldn't have done that. I would have been... I still would have just made that, like, a troll answer down there. Bro, that would suck. If, like, someone actually went down there and dug it up and then spoiled everyone. And it was just like, well, this publicity stunt was a big old... big old fail. Ruined everything for us. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see if someone retrieves it. That was neat, though. I did see the last live-action trailer, too. Which, that's exciting. That's in 5 days. That's in less than a week. That's next week. I've thought about maybe doing some kind of... Probably not stream, but, like, maybe, like, I don't know. Depending on how I feel about it, I might make a video. If I'm, like, really pumped about the Season 2, I might make a video on it, but... Probably not. I'm trying to set up some things in different ways, in different rooms, and I'm trying to see if certain things are possible. But as of right now, no. Is it a drawing? I'm pretty sure. I thought it was just a... Maybe. Might just be a picture of drawing a Panda Man. It didn't look like there was a lot of space on it, so whatever it is, it's got to be, like, pretty simple, because he was already writing in big words on the first half of it, and then the second half didn't have that much writing space on it, so shouldn't expect too much out of that. Also, speaking of which, but speaking of, we were talking about last week about me getting wall art, which I'm not probably not going to do, but I got myself one of the color walks. And this thing is pretty dang epic. Pretty dang cool. Look at that. That's Luffy. Where's my favorite one? That's from the fourth movie. Where's the one I like the most? It's 263, I think. Where is it? I think it's like right behind it. Yeah, this one. This is my favorite one. This is my favorite one from this book. There might be more. I want to get at least the next one too, but I like this one. I like Chopper. He's holding a gun and he has bread. This is a nice book. I'm surprised I did not grab this earlier. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Look at all this amazing art. Love it. I love early One Piece. I love early One Piece art. And it's so nice. It's so nice. And I'm glad it came okay. Like, there's a couple scratches on it and stuff. On, like, the corners. But, like, I like, one thing that was, like, keeping me from getting these for a while is that on Amazon... The reviews for this are like, oh my gosh, it's like so scratched up. The shipping, whoever shipped this is awful. That's why I've kind of kept myself from getting this for a while. But I was like, why not? Because it was on sale. So I grabbed it. Look, I like this one. I like Nami. I like how Nami is drawn in these early things comparatively to how she is now. Where is she? She's right there. Well, she looks good right now, but there's just something about. Oh, look at that. Look at Luffy. He looks real cool. I love that. Love it. They have all these early design stuff in here too, man. Oh, look at that. Look at old Nami. Epic. This was a cool purchase. I like this. Hello from Nepal. Nepal. Thank you for stopping by. We're about to we do some live readings over here. We're just warming up right now, but we're about to get into it. I was just showing people my cool color walk thing. Fan of One Piece? Good. I am also a fan of One Piece, which is why we're reading it. Spoilers for the newest chapter that has come out today, that the scans have come out for today. Not officially out. Not reading the Viz. That doesn't come out till Sunday, but I read these on Thursdays because it's how I like doing it. Yeah, doing a Sunday stream for this, that ain't happening. I do have it up at the top right here, but I have things in front of it, so it doesn't get copyrighted. And if it does, oh well. If it nukes my channel, oh well. It was fun while it lasted. But the way I've got it going, I don't think that'll ever happen. Maybe if I ever get big, but I don't plan on ever getting big, so I don't got to worry about that. We're going to go ahead and get into it. We're going to go ahead and get into it. So we got this cool thing, them all looking at getting treasure and stuff. This is just a nice, good old classic spread. And look at that, they got Frankie. He's got the good Frankie hair, even though he's in the classic. Everyone, no, wait. I was about to say everyone's in their classic time skip outfits, but Nami and Robin are not. But Sanji and Zoro and Chopper and Usopp and Frankie all are. But he's got his thing. What is my opinion? My opinion is I sure hope that no one actually goes and gets it. It was a cool video. It was a neat video. I hope that no one actually gets it and spoils things, because that would be very silly, because people are sleuths. They're sleuths. We'll see if that happens. And if that does happen, I will just make sure to, if I see thumbnails about that on YouTube, then I'll make sure to just start blocking everything One Piece related on YouTube. And I've already gotten off of Twitter and TikTok, because that's where I got spoiled back in the day, was on Twitter and TikTok. So I don't even get on those anymore. So I would just not. I would abstain from that. But we're gonna get into it. What is his notes today? A concert at Tokyo Dome was cool. Good for you, Oda. Okay, because we're getting into it though. We're in the action. We're in the action of Elbaf. Actiony stuff. So we get some actiony music going on to get us pumped up. Yeah, you can hear it. I think it sounds fine. We'll see. We'll see. We're in the action of things, so we gotta have action music. Loki's Thrudheim roars out. Chapter 1176. With pride. Well, Elbaf's pride. Where'd all your dignity and pride go? Oh my gosh. Great. I love that the
How about now? Fuck, okay, it looks like it's going fucking now. Literally no reason. Literally no reason. All that fucking bullshit happened. Love that. Fucking love that. Fucking love that. Love that so fucking much. Fucking Stan just decides to just fuck right off with this shit, and then... Oh, and then fucking the software is just a piece of shit too, so it's just like shit on top of shit. Love it. I'm aware. I know when it's not working. When it isn't working. Rosalind just didn't decide to fucking work because the fucking software is a piece of shit. So that's great. Fucking love that. We're gonna have to hold it like this too. We're having to hold our fucking thing. Good thing I'm not a gamer. Good thing I'm not an epic gamer who needs 2 fucking hands. I'm aware. I'm aware it's coming. Thank you. I appreciate the help. God, stupid piece of shit. It's just always this fucking money, 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 money. Hey, you want to stop being pissed as shit? Just spend more fucking money. I swear to God, I'm just gonna fucking duct tape that motherfucker next time. All right. Back to the fucking chapter, then. We got Frankie. I don't even know. I don't even know if I want to fucking do this anymore. I'm just so fucking pissed. We got Frankie. This is the first time Frankie's been here since we got back from the post-time skip. Time skip. Fuck me. I'm fucking... Since the flashback, since God Valley, we haven't even seen Frankie show up since, like, right now, so... Not that the rest of the Straw Hats have done jack shit, but... You know, he is here to react to big things happening like everyone else. Is Frankie going to do things? Maybe. Is Frankie going to react to other people doing things? Hell yeah. That's what the Straw Hats are all about in this story nowadays. So let's go. It's one hell of a party over there, huh? What are you doing, Lilith? Oh my gosh, we're bringing Vegapunk in the box back? Oh boy. Oh boy, I had forgotten about that. I had taken that out of my memory. I was not a fan of this, or really saw coming back, and those happening like one after the other was like a 1-2 punch. And oh boy, they're bringing them back. Oh boy, isn't Vegapunk in that box? It's a good thing I unloaded it near the school. These are Omni-Draw Converters, ODCs for short. What the heck is this? Are we going full Attack on Titan mode? Is that... I don't know what those are. That's my first guess at that. Is this omnidirectional movement? Omni-Drain Converters. I'm fairly certain hover tech should be feasible on Elbaf. Huh? Come again? Oh, Bonnie. Literally the strongest character in One Piece. Look at her right there. Literally can turn Gear 5, but hasn't felt like it. Literally can be a competent, adultish person, but it hasn't felt like it. Sure could use that, you know. This person, you know, helped punch, you know, one of the Goro say last thing, you know. They've dealt with people with this regeneration stuff before. But she wants to be a little girl, doing little girl things. That's what she's gonna be doing in this chapter, in this arc, because this is the Loki arc. This is the Loki arc. Don't you feel it? Over there, back there, this place is teeming with energy. It's all around us. Have you ever tried harnessing anything stronger than cola to power yourself? Ah? Huh? What are you thinking? Giving him woo? What? Is Frankie actually getting the upgrade that we thought Frankie was going to get in Egghead? People are like, oh man, he's going to upgrade from cola to something new because the Mother Flame. That's what people were saying. And then Frankie didn't do much last arc. This is what we've been waiting for. Is this an actual Straw Hat becoming stronger? Because that hasn't happened since Fishman Island. I think Frankie is the same strength that he was in Fishman Island. Still, technically right now, currently. I like looking at Frankie and Lilith talk to each other, though. This is good stuff. I like it. I like Frankie. I do really like Frankie a lot. He's one of my favorite characters. Whoa! The flames have grown so much. This is a nightmare. The world really might be ending today. Did you see that thing? That dragon so big it even dwarfs Kaido. Oh! Oh, who's saying that? Oh, no, it was Usopp. Reaction piece. Guess what? Usopp's going to react to other people doing things instead of doing things. Even though this is the Usopp art. Usopp's going to do stuff. Maybe. Right now, Usopp is reacting to things. That dragon's so big, it even dwarfs Kaido. Then again, wasn't Luffy on its back? Does that mean it's on our side? That dummy is always pulling some reckless stuff. You ready, Zeus? Yep, I'm good to go. Let's hurry. This'll still be tricky, but at least we don't have to worry about the kids anymore. Saul. Oh, yeah, Saul is still in a lot of pain, supposedly. But they're running. What do you mean? What are y'all planning on doing? Going and just like whacking Emu over there? What's your plan? What are y'all doing? What are you running towards, my man? Ugh. Sorry, I got no business lying around here at a time like this. Are you okay? Here we go. Come on, Zeus. This is urgent. Oh, wow, Zeus doing things. Oh, goodness gracious. Slinking and slathering over here, Chopper. We've got... This is... I was like, what could they be doing that's so important? It's not like they're going to go and try and fight someone. No. Nami has got to shave the books. Got to shave the books. That's what's most important here. It was going to happen. They weren't going to let the books burn. They weren't going to let the books burn. There's an owl in there. We got to make sure this owl doesn't burn to death. This is a nice drawing, though. Leave it to me, Nami. I saved up plenty of water like you asked. That's our perfect Nami-san. She's ready for anything. Thank you. Thank you, Sanji. That's what you do. You react to things, too. When you're not reacting... When people aren't reacting to Luffy, you're reacting to Nami. That's great. Pouring rain. Has she done this? I don't think so. You know what? It's a surprise that... you know what? I was about to say, because Jinbei isn't doing this, Jinbei is about to do something. She's going to cause the rain to start, and then Jinbei is going to direct it. Probably. That'd be crazy if he wasn't. We just saw him running. Tempo! And now it's all raining. Please let this work, Nami. Zeus! Is that rain? Rah! Go away! Oh, is that one of these little guys? See, Zeus? We thought that Zeus was really big and strong when he was with Big Mom and doing that big stuff, and Nami was doing that big stuff. But now we've seen, Loki. That puts a lot of new things into perspective. Hey, this wasn't part of the deal. Who said you could put out the fire? Ah, a monster! Watch out, Zeus! Is that right? Yep. Huh? Our terms were clear. You were meant to forsake all this world history crap. Oh, he got snapped. He got snatched up. But he is an incorporeal cloud. Surely he can manage. I mean, that is about Kaido-sized, so. Zeus! Oh no, not Zeus. Is that a snake? No, it's a lindworm. Big ol' snake. Big ol' worm. Zeus! Okay. Man, I gosh darn put Luffy in the thumbnail, and Luffy ain't gonna be in this chapter, is he? How embarrassing. How embarrassing. I love how it says 35 views when I was just, half of it was just me futzing around with my freaking audio. Because this sucks. I might have to just like go to an older version of that. And then plus, I don't want to buy another stupid freaking thing. Whatever. Also, you know what? While I'm here, I do have a thing for this. There we go. I just had to put it on top of this little thing. Hopefully that'll stay. I might just have to turn myself up a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I might turn down a little bit on this. I don't need to be. Oh, there we go. Now I'm a little out of there, too. All right, Zeus got eaten by a worm. He was our last hope to put out these flames. What are you talking about? Jinbei's the fish man. There's a lake right there. There's a big lake right beside the school as well. Don't forget that. That's where we found Saul at the beginning of this arc. And we know that Jinbei can do stuff. He must be one of the 3 demons. The ODCs are engaging. Huh? Ooh, what's going on here? Thermal energy consumption. And it's sparking something out. That's inappropriate, Oda. That's inappropriate. What? What is going on? It's now, is that ice or something else? And then it turns into a big old you know, ice cream cookie ice cream thing, you know, that you get like in the frozen section, you know? One of them ice cream cookies. One of those frozen delectables, like a Klondike. Well, it's got like what, guns on it? What is in there? What is that thing? That's a good question. The flames are out. What? Everything's frozen. That's a lot. That's really big. Well, hello. You missed a lot, Dead Man, but don't worry about it. We're not that far in. We found out that Lilith has got these little things that can freeze an entire giant village. This is big. This is like bigger than all of Marineford, by the way. This tiny page right here is about how much that Aokiji froze in Marineford. You know, we mustn't forget the scale of these things. Maybe not. Maybe not that big, but maybe they ain't as big as the bay in Marineford base, but that's pretty big. That's how big these multiple things. There are multiple of them did it, though. What happened? Seems like they did it. The fires in the school and library have all been extinguished. And Jinbei didn't even do it. Our water guy didn't even do it. Why were they like, oh no, Zeus was our last chance? I say to the fish man. This is a lake. This is a lake. Don't forget, there's a lake. There's a lake right there. Even calamities are ultimately just clumps of energy. Even calamities are just clumps of energy. Okay, Lilith, what are you trying to say? Frankie, take this for a whirl. Oop, what is that? Hold up, this bottle looks like it's gonna burst. Yep, I call it Super Vega Cola. Okay, we're actually getting a Frankie upgrade. The thing that we've been wanting for like 3 years to happen. It happened like 3 years too late. Your internal structure is truly magnificently designed. You're at least on par with the Pacifista. At least on par with the Pacifista? Is that a compliment at this point in time? I mean, don't think about it too much. I mean, remember like in like Film Z, which happened a long time ago, you know, General Frankie was taking out like 4 pacifistas at a time. And those were like super good pacifistas that were even better. But I was shocked to learn you managed to run yourself on plain old cola. Listen good now. Your fuel is your passion. When you use this stuff, your power will explode. Yeah, yes. I love you, Frankie. I love Frankie upgrades. It's not him doing it himself. He needs help, but that's what we figured would happen. Zeus is in the dark. Very sad. Nami, help me. Zeus, I'm coming. Your fuel is your passion. When you use this stuff, your power will explode. I don't know, it's just reminding me of Sanji, how his like kicks are technically, you know, they're not because of Germa or nothing. Remember Germa? They're not because of Germa or nothing. It's just because it's because of his passion makes his leg catch on fire. Yeah, I think he's. I mean, there's one of those agenda things going up, or not even. This is just straight up power scaling. Actually, this ain't even agenda. This is power scaling. This is in-universe power scaling. This is Oda telling us that he's at least on par. Definitely a little better. Which is fine. It's fine. We'll see at the end of this chapter, though. Remember, this is about pride. This is about, like, remember, that's the name of the chapter is out. So, can you make it to the library? We have to save the books. Of course I can. Robin, you must be worried sick. All that history was left to us by O'Hara. But I know for a fact that Vegapunk read it all, and it's in Punk Records in a sky island very far away from here. But, there's also a really old owl in there that we gotta save. That owl is on fire! Ooh, Gillingham's looking a little silly right there. Devour the library, D-Dream Demon. Don't give them even the faintest glimmer of hope. That's a really big nightmare creature. A new world can only be born by severing things like history. Okay, buddy. Why are you acting evil all of a sudden? What's your deal? Like, we know Summers' deal. We know Summers is a freak. What's your deal, Killingham? What's your deal? He seems happy at the thought of burning books. While Summers is like, I like burning children. Crazy. He's like, I gotta destroy the past. And then Summers is like, I gotta destroy the future. I've figured it out. Nami. See, there's the lake. The lake's right there. What were you doing? Why were you like, oh, we can't take out this fire? Jinbei, you're in the water right now. Leave Zeus to me. He'll cough him up right after a strike from my fist. Oh, he's not doing funny water stuff. He's just going from point A to B. Whoa, is that a fishman? Those really are the most repulsive race in the world. If anyone's gonna gag, it'll be me. Good thing I brought my mask. True. That is his weirdo mask. But he's saying, I think people were saying that they thought that he was a fishman. Because he had the fangs. I guess he's not, unless he's projecting. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like your fuel is your passion. I think it's very similar to like Sanji being like, my passion is getting these things to go. It's a very anime-esque thing. It's a very anime-esque line. Your fuel is your passion. You know, very, very Gurren Lagann coated, which is the cool mecha, and that makes sense because Frankie's all about that. I don't remember if it said he was specifically a fisherman. I think it's just because he has jaws like Jack. I don't remember. I know he's got a dragon fruit. I don't remember if it said he specifically was a fisherman. I doubt he is. As a God's Knight? No. Unless he's projecting. That elitist attitude and gross ideology. It's typical for a celestial dragon. Do you know who celestial dragons are? Yes. Just not God's Knight. Shut up, Siri. I was not talking to you at all. I hate you. I don't hate you, Siri. I'm just in a bad mood. You really must be out of touch if you even don't recognize a former warlord like Jinbei. Glazing Jinbei. Glazing the current number 3. Now, oh, that's the agenda. Oh, yeah, don't forget that Jinbei's got a higher bounty than Sanji right now. We mustn't forget these things. Now, how are you going to pay for insulting a member of our crew? How about I kick a hole in that precious mask of yours? My jumping power's unreal. Okay, okay. There's a good super right there, too. My jumping power's unreal. All my muscles are raring to go. With this boost, any monster that crosses me is going to be crying mercy after just one hit. That better be true. That better be true. Super strong. Fishman karate technique. Ifrit Jambe. Who's he going for, though? Who are you even attacking right now? I actually don't know. Unless it's... Because he's going after killing him, and you're going after the... I guess he just made it there. Okay. Super strong Dexter. Ooh, Latin for right. What in the world? Ooh, and he did a Vagabond Drill. Vagabond Drill is a very cool name. That is a very cool name. We save this panel because Frankie did a cool thing. This is the... Don't forget how big this guy is. This is definitely... Listen, well, I'll have to think about this. I'll have to think about this. Concuss. So he just... Okay, okay. Okay, 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 okay. I'm just trying to think of, like, is this Sanji's... Is this the final hit on killing him already? Or is this Sanji's just, like, first attack in his upcoming fight with killing him? I might be coping here. Because I'm like, oh, Sanji just showed up and then just, like, surprise attacked him? And that's it? He was just like, oh. He just got the jump on killing him, and then he's out. We'll see. Is there crazy hockey on him? Technically not. There's definitely not on that. There's not any There is not a sliver of hockey on this panel. Actually, Frankie just took Jinbei's spot. I mean, Jinbei just. Technically, if we're talking about it, you know, correctly, I haven't seen the next page, but he made a nice big old punching impact on this guy's face. But Jinbei just punched a hole through him throughout the entirety of him and got Zeus out. So, technically, if we're looking at this, you know, objectively, like Jinbei's punch was much stronger than Frankie's punch right there. I would love to say that. I mean, like Frankie Radical Beam, yeah, one shots. Radical Beam one shots, obviously. It always has. It always has. That's all he needs. But when we're talking about these two punches right here, like, it's nice. I like Frankie's a better character and all that, but, you know, for being objective, they were equal. They're like, I don't see how you can say that Frankie's punch, his face punch, was stronger than this Vagabond Drill that he just did. Besides just memes. What I'm more concerned about is killing him out after one hit. After not fighting. Remember, he's got like a cool like trident that he has not used yet. I'm assuming that we need to see killing him use a trident. Have a fight. Have a back and forth fight or something. We'll see. Hopefully that's just like a starting up. Maybe this will just be like a, hey, after this... I mean, he cut his head. The head did come off, though, so... Wait, no. Well, did the head come off because of Frankie or because of Jinbei? Because he shot up and blasted a hole in him, and then we see him punching the face away. But was his head did Frankie even need to punch him really? Because Jinbei blowing a hole through him, I think, kind of made his head come off regardless. So I don't know. He kind of came out of nowhere. Jinbei was like he was like, hey, I got this. He wasn't worried. He was like, yeah, he just needs one punch and he's dead. But, so, you know, consolation prize is technically going to Frankie right now. I'm being so I'm being so objective about this. All right. Back in the village. Dorian Broggy versus Stanson. Is Hyruden going to do something? I've been waiting for a long time for Hyruden to actually throw a punch or do an attack during this gosh diddly darn arc, I do declare. With their regeneration. Oh yeah, he punched the head in the direction. But Jinbei's the one who objectively put the hole in him, in his neck. Whatever. With their regeneration, we could keep cutting them down for over and over for eternity. Almost like we're useless in this. And every one of them is a familiar face. Just seeing them get hurt pains us too. What the hell can we do to stop this? We'll see. Captain Dory, Captain Broggy, right? They just cut each other up. It was very silly. Dory, are you still in there? I'm barely hanging on, Broggy. It looks like they're out of their trance for a second. We can see their eyeballs. We're an utter disgrace. How could we ever allow such mindless insults against an esteemed elder like Yarul to cross our lips? Taking his head would stain our honor for generations. Right. It never should have come to this. We're in agreement then. Of course we are. We'll never yield to these demons. Are they just going to fight each other instead? Because that's just what they've been up to this whole time in this story. Is just like, hey, we're fighting each other. So it's just like, hey, we're just going to kill each other. That might be what happens. I don't know. Farewell, partner. A whole century of duels. We had a grand time of it together, didn't we? We are warriors of Elbaf. Oh my gosh. Yo, that's crazy. There's nothing left for us but to die with pride. Bro, that's crazy. Whoa. Holy moly. Right before One Piece live action, we're supposed to see y'all do cool stuff. Chiefs! If this is permanent, then that's crazy. Those are some big bounties going to waste. Frankie was very fast. For sure. Dory! Broggy! Oh no. Zoro having emotion. Hyruden's still doing nothing. Why did they do that? And then they're turning back, huh? Oh, they're alive. They almost got it. They almost got us there. I was about to say, that would have been crazy. Oda, you're a coward. Oda, you're a coward. But that made him... That made him revert, though. Like, we know that with rocks, that... You know, something about hockey and mass did the Omi Reversey. And at the very end of that, Rocks was taken out, but then he was just, like, taken out by Garling. But he was taken out of all of it, though. Due to the big Conqueror's hockey with mass or something. But this one, they both done got their head chops off. Oh, turn. Like Domioversi, it turned it. Like they literally, like it's literally like a different body, like a different like dimension just like flipped when they did that. And just that's their other body. Their heads are even back in place. Then that means. Who else is Domioversi besides the rest of the other ones? That's it. I don't think that Gunko's technically versus. She's something else. It's a pretty cool thing. Break the demon's demonic curse. Our gruesome corpses weren't a pretty sight for you all. But it seems your body returns to working shape the moment you're flipped back. So, we can go all out against the rest, huh? Our group's corpses weren't a pretty sight for you all, but it seems your bodies return to working shape the moment you're flipped back. There's no need to hold back. Now we know. We just need to land fatal blows and they'll be restored. That means lopping off their heads will work. We can even gouge their hearts out. But that's totally out of the question. I mean, they're our friends, right? Hey, all. Hey, get all the kids back home. They shouldn't be here. I feel kind of bad. Yeah, this is really breaking my heart. Mine bleeds for them, honestly. My chest aches too. We're all very reluctant, but you guys better brace yourselves. And that's it, and we got a break next week. I mean, they were like, oh, the only way to defeat him is by doing a big old Conqueror's Hockey attack. And I thought that was like the big deal, was like, it was Conqueror's Hockey. And then, you know, Scott was like, it's all about the Conqueror's Hockey. And this is not that. So now it's just like, hey, just kill him. Just kill him. Kill him and they'll be fine later. I mean, I guess, you know, with like Gunko, that's different. And like all the God's Knights, it's different because you can't kill them, you know. Very different thing. But yeah, that's the chapter. Sorry I'm a little out of it today. I was kind of pissed because I've just had such audio issues with the freaking software and then my freaking mic stand. Just, my mic arm just not wanting to work, so. But this is a very interesting chapter for sure. I don't know how I feel about this chapter. It's kind of all over the place. I'm happy for... I'm glad that a lot of the Straw Hats did something. I'm glad that Lilith did something important. Did a lot of important things. Lilith is kind of the goat of this today. Bonnie, not doing much. I wish Bonnie was doing stuff. I'm glad that we got this. I guess it would have been nice if we had gotten this in Egghead. Like, could we have gotten this in Egghead? Maybe. Like, if we had gotten it in Egghead, when, and would it have been with Lilith, or could we have gotten this scene with Vegapunk himself? Because remember, Vegapunk, he was like, "Oh, you use coal? That's pretty epic of you." But this could be another, like, Luffy situation, Gear 5 situation, where after this big punch, Frankie might just be out of it. Because that's how he is. Because he just, once he runs out of it. But also, what this could mean... Okay, crazy theory time. Crazy theory time. Now that we've seen a more powerful cola power for Frankie, what does that level up to? A more larger, powerful coup to burst for the Sunny. And what does that mean? Maybe it means you can cross the entire world. Maybe it means you can cross right over the red line. Maybe it means that if you have that super coal powered up enough, you could go all the way to the moon. We got it. We finally figured out, like, how do we get to the moon? This is how we get to the moon, folks. This is how we get to the moon. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. This Super Cola upgrade is how we get to the moon. Or at least, like, how we, like, get places quick. Like, if we had to go back somewhere, like, if they had to backtrack. Well, no, I don't need to backtrack because they're going forward anyways, because they're finishing up. Like, maybe, like, once they get to, like, Roadstar and they, like, cross back over or something. Like, they could go back to Alabasta. I could see that happening for something, for, like, a final arc. I could also see them just going back to the East Blue, too. Going back. Golly, what if, like, the final arc was at Windmill Village? Like, everyone somehow converged at Windmill Village. That wouldn't make any sense, but that would be interesting. It makes sure that Whoop slaps in the final saga. But there we go. That's your theory talk for that, is the Super Cola means we're going to the moon. Agenda-wise, well, it depends on if Sanji, if this one-shot killing him, if Sanji just one-shot killing him, then we'll see. We've seen both Killingham and Summers get... We've seen both Killingham and Summers get one shot in the past 2 chapters. What am I reading this on? I use the One Piece official Discord. Not official, it's unofficial. But they have an unofficial Discord, and they always announce it pretty quick. And it's just some link. It's not like a website. It's just a link that I got off of the unofficial Discord server. Which I think you can find from, like, the Reddit. I don't go on Reddit, but I think it's technically made by the One Piece Reddit. Agenda piece-wise, Sanji doing good. Depends on if this one-shots him or not. You know, gonna be a lot of Jinbei versus Frankie stuff. I think that what Jinbei did is still slightly more impressive than Frankie. I mean, like, the level up that Frankie got is great, but if we're comparing the punches, I don't think that Frankie's punch was more impressive than Jinbei's right here, so. But it's still pretty impressive. And we gotta think, like, how big is this guy? Bigger than Kaido. That's for sure. Probably about as big as the dragon from Punk Hazard. Because remember, like, this guy's, like, way bigger than the giant house. I don't know. Scale's kind of hard right now on figuring out how big he is. Because, like, Jinbei looks ginormous right here. So. Were you not listening to me, Mr. Bones? When I was like, hey, this is how we're getting to the moon? And you were like, oh, I just thought of something. What if we put it in the sunny? That's literally what I was talking about for like 5 minutes. Is that he's going to put it in the sunny and go to the moon. You want to listen to him. That's how we get to Moon Peaks, baby. That's how we get there. They're like, how is One Piece going to get to the moon? Because we got to get to the moon eventually. That's how we get into the moon. The Super Cola. I wish this wasn't a cop-out. I know, I'm sure that I will enjoy Dory and Broggy some more. And obviously it's like, okay, One Piece Season 2, live action is coming up. We can't kill Dory and Broggy because they're important to this new Netflix season. We can't kill them literally a week. We can't kill them the week of One Piece live action. We can't do that. So Oda didn't do that. That would have been a crazy end to things. I really thought that it was going to be like Ruden versus Dory and Broggy. I thought that's where the story was going. I thought that's where the story was going, but no, they're just fighting each other. Is Hyrule going to do something? They've kind of made it clear that, like, oh, they have their plan. They're like, oh, we know that we don't have to hold back on these guys. We can just kill these guys. So I'm sure we will get some good. We won't get like a real fight or nothing with Hyrule, but he's gonna probably do some big attacks and stuff, and that'll be the end of this problem. What other problems are there right now? Because right now Summers is out, Killingham is out, the Domi Reversied guys. That's been solved. So right now, right this second, Emu is the only threat. Until, like, I mean, Summers and Killingham will probably get up and regenerate, and there's still going to be a problem probably in the next couple chapters. But as of right this second, once these guys go, there's no more. Like, Emu is the only problem in the arc. So either Gunko Emu is gonna show up, is gonna really show her strength right there, and just take everyone out. Or more people might. We don't know what happened to Brook. Brook wasn't in the last chapter. We saw Emu scoffing and stuff at the Nidhogg, but we did not see Brook after that. So I feel like it's assumed that Brook is on the floor, injured. But yeah, no, that would have been crazy ballsy to do, to kill Dorian Broggy here. I mean, like, I have assumed for all of Elbaf that Dorian and Broggy are gonna die. Like, I've already assumed that, and I was like, okay, yeah, it's happening. I thought that it was gonna be like tragic, and Hyrule was gonna take him out, you know. So the new pirates had to take care of the old pirates, you know, new generation, moving over to the next generation and whatnot. But that didn't happen. The idea of them fighting each other to the death, because that's just what their two characters have always been about, is fighting each other for a century. I like that, but I don't know. But then them just being dummy flipped around, like, that has a lot of lore implications for the future of the story. That's how you. That makes Dumb Reversing not that bad. It's just like, oh, you just kill them? You just kill them, and then they're fine afterwards? Okie dokie. Okie dokie then. I need 2 views. What the heck? Whew. What else? Yeah, we talked about Frankie and Jinbei, and we talked about this. What else was there? I mean, Jinbei. I mean, this whole. I don't know. Nami. Nah, I don't know. A bit of a Nami L today. Nah, I don't know. Like, she started the rain, did these little UFO things just freeze everything anyways? Okay, what is going on actually? No, energy absorption. Like, it's not splooging something out. It's sucking the flames. These ran over there. They sucked the flames in. And then I guess the energy is just inside the things now, because it absorbed it. And then something froze it. I don't know what actually froze it. I mean, it's just combat music. I'm glad it's working. Also, if you weren't there when I was showing it off, I got Color Walk. First Color Walk. It's got a bunch of cool stuff in it. Got a bunch of cool. Look at that. Look at Vivi. Looking cool. Oh, there was the Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg's in this one. Where'd he go? Where's Snoop Dogg? There he is. Look at that. I got Snoop Dogg in this one. That's Snoop Dogg with the chopper hat. Oh, goodness. This is my favorite. This is my favorite one. This is my favorite one. This is my favorite one because Chopper's there and he's got a gun and he's got hold bread. This is my favorite one from the book. I don't know if it's my favorite one ever, but it's one of my favorite ones ever. Real nice. Real nice. I might have to get the second one. But yeah, I'm not sure about these UFO things, what they do and what they will do. I mean, that's a lot of ice comparative to what Aokiji did, so. But, I mean, this is Vegapunk, though. Vegapunk's a big deal, so. That was not cheap. This was like 30 bucks. This was like 30 bucks, I think. 20 to 30. Was not that much, so. It's on sale on Amazon. I might grab the second one. I don't know if I want to grab the New World to Wano one, but. I'd love more of the more recent ones, but. I might grab the next one. But that's all there is to really say about it. We'll just have to see next week. You know, next week we'll probably get, you know, Zoro and those guys beating up the rest of the giants. We might move back to Brook next week. Because, like, after this, there's no more problems besides Emu. And then I guess we'll have to see if Killingham and Summers actually get back up after their two big hits. Which, you know, agenda piece moment. Sanji got a hit in. Sanji hit a God's Knight before Zoro did. All Zoro's done is slash some Domi Reversi guys and deflect a couple of thorns, but he hasn't actually gotten a good hit on a God's Knight yet, and Sanji has. Supposedly. We'll see. I mean, it looks like it hurt him. I mean, I would have preferred if, I don't know, there was a little bit more if he didn't get a surprise attack on him. I wish that Killingham was a little bit more competent in his abilities to be a combatant and not just stand still and get hit. But whatever. Oh, that's good for you. I'd like a laptop as well. I would like for a lot of things to work that don't, including my mic arm. I'm having to hold it like this, which is very annoying. But I'm not really streaming video games on this right now, so it doesn't matter too much. Yeah, that's all I really have to say on the matter with this. How long have I been going? I've been going for an hour and 11. I'm hungry. I didn't think I'd be going this long, actually, so I'm actually glad I got some time in today. But break next week. Probably won't see nothing out of me this next coming week. I am working on a big project right now. So we'll see if that happens eventually for my YouTube channel. And then, of course, on Sundays and sometimes Tuesdays, I got my D&D stream that you might see pop up every once in a while. Those have been popping off, doing real good. Ooh, getting into the blenders and stuff, yeah. I haven't been into Blender for a while. I did a lot of learning like 5 or 6 years ago, but I don't remember any of it because I didn't have practiced in a while, so maybe. If you have things to make, if you feel like you have stories to tell, if you feel like you have videos to make, always go for it. But yes, I'm going to head out. The doggies say goodbye. They're ready to eat. Sunny's ready to eat. And my voice is done. And I apologize for the audio problems today. I would love to say that they'll be fixed next time, but we'll see if this freaking software gets an update or not. We'll see. But with that, I'm going to go.